Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Xavier Smith, and today I'm going to go over simple random samples. So let's get into it with how do you take a simple random sample? Well, basically, you're gonna just label like the responses you have with a unique number. And in this case, we have 48 boxes, which is like 48 responses or people, and we're just gonna label them 1 through 48. You don't really have to put like 1, 2, 3, 4. You just have to know that, okay, 1 is this first box, 2 is the next one, 3 is the next one. Okay, then you're going to put your numbers in a random number generator and get no repeats. So if you go on your calculator and you go to math, over to probability, and then 5, which is random integer, you will have your lower is 1, and here will be 48 as your upper. So whatever your upper is, just put that. And then however many responses you have to take. So I'm going to say I'm taking 5 responses, so my n is going to be 5. And then I just paste, and I get 5 values. So those steps are, you'll go to math, then you'll go over to probability, then down to random integer, 5, put in your lower, upper, n, and then paste. And look, you get a case. So I'll do the first one that I got. So I got 5 random values, and it gave me 10, 30, 45, 10, and 31. Well, I see that I got 10 twice. So I'm just going to redo that and put like n equals 1 and get one more. And when I do that, I get like 27. It's just another random one. Okay, so then you'll just go to your responses. You'll say, okay, 10 is here. 30 would be like somewhere. It doesn't really matter too much. It's like this. It'll just give you random points, and you're going to have to say, okay, that's all right. The thing is, you're going to get these random points. It is low bias, but as you can see, it's not really an even distribution of like our audience or whatever these responders are, because like these two are close, these are, it's just random. But you could have the case where it's like 5 in a row, and it just skews your data. And when you do this over and over again, your like responses, like the average of them or whatever you're doing, the outcomes could be so different. So usually with a simple random sample, you don't want to do it of a full data set. You want to do it of like a smaller data set of like a certain column. You're like, okay, this column, now I'll take a simple random sample of this, then one of the next column or whatever. Or like a cluster, you're going to take a simple random sample of a cluster, or like a strata, a group. Okay, and then your last thing is you're going to select the responses that correlate to the chosen numbers. So if you get 1, you're going to go over here, and if it's like, okay, these are seats in an audience, right? If number 1's a person and they say like how much they like the show, like 1 through 10, right? You're going to go there and you're going to say, okay, how much you like the show? They say 8 because they're front row, they like it. Then back here, you go to like 10 or whatever that is. You say, okay, how much did you like the show? And they're like, 6, because they're a little further back. They didn't like it as much as the people in the front. And then you keep doing that, and then you'll just average them out. So this is what you say if anyone asks, okay, how do you do a simple random sample? Well, you're going to say first you label the responses with a unique number. And if they say like there's 500 responses, just say 1 through 500. And then put the numbers in a random number generator and say no repeats, or get unique numbers from it, something with unique, no repeats. And then select the responses that correlate to the chosen numbers. So you could just say select responses, but it's not that specific. You should say like correlating to these numbers. You just have to go back to the responses that were labeled. And then if it's a thing like 1 through 10 and you're going to average, just put at the end like average the selected responses. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful, and hope to see you again soon.